All right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Anthony Thornton here. Anthony Thornton Speaks. And what we have is an amazing meeting this morning. We're going to help people put a few more dollars in their pocket. Who needs a couple more dollars in their pocket? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. Awesome. I understand that. And so here's a question for you. I asked a poll out there. It looks like 70% participation right now. And if you could be guaranteed $10,000 a month. Like somebody says, hey, here's a contract and I guarantee you $10,000 a month. Would you guys be shooting videos to do it? Yeah, right. All right, so do me a favor, make sure everybody's muted. If you have any questions, we're going to answer them all at the end because this is being recorded. I'm going to repurpose the hell out of this training constantly over and over and over. And so I want to make sure that everybody would have access to it as well. So we need more money. Why do we need more money? What we want to do is we want to be able to, let me stop my screen from doing crazy stuff. We want to be able to, serve more people, make more money, and then support causes that are near and dear to our heart. That's the biggest thing we want to do. I mean, we're all building businesses to serve others. That's how I was taught to build a business. Not worried about myself, because Zig Ziglar says, if you give people what they want, you'll always have what you have. You always have what you want. So I'm always, my mentors taught me, make sure that everybody connected to me has everything that they need to be successful. Does that mean they'll be successful? No, because we know knowledge is not power. Knowledge plus implementation is power. And where most people fall off at is the implementation part. There's nothing that we're doing that's new. It's not new. It's been done over and over and over, thousands of years, if not hundreds and thousands of years. Real estate, mortgages, that stuff hasn't changed in before we were born, right? So what we want to do is we want to make sure that what we're doing is we just put our own little twist on it, right? We want to make sure we get the knowledge, which is out here, and we implement, because the only thing that's rewarded on this planet is implementation. Everything else is a story, right? Everything else is a story. Like my nephew just had a newborn baby yesterday, and he had his first son. He has a daughter, his first son. So we're excited about that. But everything from here forward is all about implementation. Got a new baby, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. Did you set up the investment account for the new baby? That's all I care about as his uncle, right? And so I want to make sure that we implement. So today, what we're going to do is we have Melissa, who's part of our group. You guys know she's doing phenomenal. She's been with us for about 5 or 6 months. And I'm just going to ask her a few questions because I know you guys love being on video, right? You guys shoot a ton of videos, right? Like I do, right? You guys shoot a ton of videos. Can y'all hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. I'm making sure. I got some eyes that's looking crazy, like y'all like, what am I doing right now? Okay. So just to go over the poll questions one last time, 90% participated. I'm not sure who that one person was. Probably me, right? It says 100% of you guys said that you would definitely, if you were guaranteed 10,000 a month, you would upload videos for social media. 100% of you guys said that. And then on the next question, it says, how many videos do you actually shoot and post on social media each week? And 40% said they never do it. 50% said 1 to 3 times. And then 10% said 4 or more. And then the next question is, what was your biggest fear about shooting and posting videos? And people said, 60% of everybody said, what to talk about? Like, I have no clue what to talk about. Thank God for Chat GPT, because it'll give us hundreds and hundreds and thousands of topics to talk about. Do I have the expertise for people to listen? 10% said no, they don't. And then 30% is always caught up in the mechanics on how to do it. Those numbers are pretty consistent when you start to send out polls like this. So let me just clear up a couple things. If you were guaranteed the 10,000 and you knew what to do, what to talk about, because you, like me, you use Chat GPT to come up with all of your topics, right? Like I do, right? I asked Chat GPT, what are the top 52 concerns that real estate agents have educators, and entrepreneurs, my 3 target markets. And it gives me list after list on what they are concerned about. I mean, 3, 4, what are those, 5 pages worth of stuff and topics. So guess what? I just shoot videos on these things. That's what I do. I'm not the smartest person in the world, and I use ChatGPT as my personal, like a buddy. Like I can bounce ideas off of and ask questions to, and he or she is smarter than me. So here's what you could, as far as the content that 60% of you guys said you don't know what to talk about. All you have to do is ask the right questions into ChatGPT, and it will give you however many topics as you want. So you can start shooting, 1 to 4 minute videos. We'll get more into that. All right. So now today is about the how, because Melissa's going to tell you her story from the beginning, when she first got started, when she started having success, and then she's going to give you a step-by-step on how to do it, right? So verify results on the 10,000 a month. That's how, there's no doubt you can do it, because Melissa's getting ready to come on here, and that's what she makes. The second piece is she's going to tell you how often you should be posting. The third piece is you can get over your fears, because now I just let you out of the gate. If you have $20 a month for ChatGPT, you can have all the content that you won't be able to finish all this content in your lifetime. Just put it like that. That's how much content is out there. And then the fourth piece is now you have the how. So if you have, those are just still coming in. I want you guys to be on mute, please. And then I want to also, if you have any questions, you can just put them in chat, because I'm going to be the chat person. And then at the end, we'll ask Melissa her questions. All right, everybody, just give me a thumbs up if that sounds good. Okay, thumbs up, great. All right, so Melissa, go ahead and get off mute. And I got a couple questions for you. First of all, congratulations and welcome. How about that? Let's just start.
Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. And so let's talk about your journey a little bit. So your journey, where were you financially before you even started all this TikTok stuff? Like, where did it all start for you?
So before I started doing TikTok, I was doing rideshare full-time after I left my job at Apple.
Yeah.
So I was doing Instacart, DoorDash, Uber, and I would do it until all hours of the night. And I started TikTok back in January, and in May, that's when I started averaging $10,000 a month.
Okay, so whoa. Let's back it up. You start January, and then 4 months later, because the 5th month is May, you started making 10,000 a month. So did you go from 0 to 10, or were there some 1,000s in there, some 2,000s in there, or like?
So January, I made 400, like 450. And then February, I made 1,700. And then March, it dropped down to 800. And then April, I did 1,400. And then in May, I had an ad that ran, and I made, just on that ad alone, I've made $8,000. And in that month is when I made over 10,000.
Okay, awesome. So we went from 450. I'm just doing some math here, because I'm slow with math, as you guys know, right? So at $450, and then you went up to $10,000 in about 4 months, right? So a 9,000% return in 4 months. That's amazing, right? 9,000%. If you can invest in something and make 9,000% in 4 months, who'd do it? Great. Okay, good. I'll just check. He always loves to track me all the time. And okay, so 9,000%. So let's just go there for a second. So you were driving DoorDash, basically just trying to make ends meet, taking care of your beautiful daughters, and getting food put on the table, roof over their head. And then how did you just, like, you didn't just wake up and say, I want to start doing TikTok videos? Like, how did you start? Like, why did you even go that route?
So initially, when the pandemic came about, TikTok was a trend that everybody was getting into. And at first, I started trying to track my weight loss journey, but I really wasn't consistent.
Yeah.
My weight loss. So like I kind of fell off, but I had 11,000 followers over that course of a year.
Yeah.
And so after I started posting consistently, that's when more opportunities became available to me. And that's how I got really into making money on TikTok.
So you lost a whole bunch of weight. So you started with your weight loss journey, and then it turned into something else.
Mhm.
That's amazing. So how many followers did you have when you first started?
When I first started, um, I started with having 11,000 for the longest,
Okay.
and then it went up to 55, and right now I've been at 55,000.
Okay. So obviously your next hurdle is how do I get past 55, right?
I'm trying to get to 100 because then there's a lot more opportunities available.
Absolutely. And why have you chosen TikTok over any other social media um, possibility for you?
Well, it was more of a like TikTok kind of chose me type of thing because I have a friend who she has over 100,000 followers and she was like, "Are you monetizing on TikTok?" And I was like, "No, I don't think I have enough followers for that." And she said, "Well, at 10,000 followers, you're eligible for, a whole bunch of different opportunities." And she knew that I was doing rideshare all hours of the night. So she was like, "Let me show you how to do it." And then from then, she's kind of guided me the whole way. And we have weekly meetings where we discuss like different videos that we can do or techniques that we can use. And I always am in that meeting because that's where I make a lot of my money.
Absolutely. Sounds like what we do here. Yeah,
Hmm.
we do here. Except it's on a real estate tip. Okay. So you don't miss those meetings.
No, I don't.
I don't miss my meetings with my mentors either. Hell or high water, I'll pull over on the side of the road because I know if I meet with them, there's some money to be made, right? So, okay, so now that you've hit a certain number, I mean, everybody's goal in sales is to hit 10,000. I don't know where that number came from. It was my number. Everybody before me, everybody wants to hit 10,000 a month. So once you hit the 10,000 a month, now what's your plan to scale your business?
So I've recently got approved to do e-commerce ads. So what that means is I'm doing ads for products, not just brands, but products. Like I recently had one that I had to do for a makeup that I bought from Sephora. I'm waiting on some other clothing to come in to promote another ad. So once I am able to really get into that market, my income is going to increase
Okay.
because they even pay you just for buying the product. So it's like I'm getting all these products for free.
So now, because for some people that may not know how this works, like you're not soliciting companies to work for them, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, they're contacting you,
Mhm.
right?
Based on my followers, yeah.
Exactly. So on average, what would you think, like how many companies are contacting you on a weekly, monthly, quarterly basis?
I get at least right now, as is, I get at least 1 to 2 packages a week
Okay, just
from
showing up at your doorstep.
because I have all my business information set up, which includes my address, and I'll just get a package and I'll get a WhatsApp message saying, "Hey, we sent you this. Can you make a video with this?" And that's what I do.
Okay, so I know how it all works, but I'm asking specific questions for people that may not be monetizing social media.
Okay.
So they send you a package. Do they send you a check, or when does the check come? Like,
The check
when does the
comes.
compensation piece come into this?
So how it works is I create a video for that product or whatever they send me, and then based on that, we negotiate a commission amount for however many sales I generate.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people are doing. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with TikTok Shop, but that's what a lot of people are doing. It's just that I'm getting my products for free.
Yes. So you're getting the percentage of revenue. You're getting a percentage of the revenue that sells.
Hmm.
That's like a
And
royalty, right?
I have negotiated with a lot of companies between 25 to 30%.
Wow, that's big. So a position of revenue. That's like you guys who's seen the movie Michael Jordan did talking about Air Up or his movie that he had out about Michael Jordan, right? And his mom negotiated what 5% of revenues, and now he makes 250 to 300 million a year just off the 5%. Versus they wanted to just like a lot of guys sign shoe contracts and they'll just say, all right, 10 years, 300 million. Michael Jordan's like, nah. I'll take a check, but I also get 5% of the revenue. And now that's obviously made him a multi-billionaire over and over and over. Okay, great, great, great. What questions am I not asking that people might want to know about before you get into the how? Because everybody wants to know how, but they need to hear your backstory of driving Ubers and DoorDashes and leaving your kids and with your brother and your mom and all, in the middle of the night. When I used to talk to you out at 1, 2 in the morning, during the day, and it's you're a single mom and it's so hard for you. People only going to look at the $10,000 a month right now, which is going to be chump change in about 90 days for you. So what else should they know that I'm not asking you?
So some of the things that TikTok has done for me is I was able to purchase a car, and I was able to pay all cash, well, between TikTok and real estate for that purchase. And then I was able to rent and furnish the whole home without missing a beat. It gave me financial independence. I was living with my brother before, and I was also renting cars. That's why I had to Uber so much. I don't do rideshare anymore, and it's provided me with opportunities. And as of April, I have already made more money than I did in 2022, and I'm currently on track to have a 6-figure year. So where I was last year versus this year is like a complete difference, 180.
I got goosebumps.
It's kind of surreal for me sometimes because I'm like, am I really making this money on TikTok? But yeah, I'm really making that money on TikTok.
Yes, and definitely trust me, got some stuff I'm gonna help you with coming up real soon. Help you even do more. Awesome. So all right, I'll let you get into the how right now, because I know you can share your screen and get to the how. And then at the end, if you guys have any questions, make sure you're writing them down. And we'll get those questions answered in the end. Sound good? Awesome.
Okay, well, let me see. Okay, so I just wanted to start off by letting you guys know that there are currently 500 million users on TikTok, and 113.3 million of those are in the United States. So if used correctly, you can attract more business and make more money. The ways to make money on TikTok, there are many ways, but these are a few. You can do TikTok shop for sellers. There's no followers required. So if you're wanting to sell like a product or a service, you just fill out the form, and then they'll send you your approval and you can start listing your services or your products. Going live, that's another way that you can generate income. And the way you generate income from going live is that the viewers, they provide you with gifts, and each gift is converted into diamonds, which converts into cash that you can cash out the same day. There's also TikTok shop for creators, which is what I was mentioning about the packages, where you promote the products and you earn money that way. There's also a TikTok series. So for the people that are very knowledgeable about different areas of real estate, if you were to create series, you can actually sell your series. And you can sell it from anywhere from 99 cents to $189 per series. The creativity beta program, that's where you get paid for views. And for that, you would need 10,000 followers. And the one that I make my most money is the creative challenge, since I have the 50,000 followers. So in this order is how I make my money. It was first the creative challenge, the TikTok shop, the beta program, and also going live. I'm not really a live person, but if I went live more often, I'd make a lot more money. I went live one time for maybe 2 to 3 hours, and I was able to make $100 just by talking to people on live. So like I said, for TikTok shop, you sell your products or services, you get gifts going live. You promote products and earn commission with the TikTok shop for creators. In the TikTok series, you create a series and set a price. And it's not a price that TikTok designates. You can set your own price. So however much you think your series is worth, that's how much you can set the price for, as long as it's within that range. And then for the creativity beta program, you get paid for views on videos longer than a minute. So in the field that we're in, a lot of our videos can be longer than a minute, to where you're able to generate income on those views. And then for the creative challenge, you create ads for brands and they pay you as the ad runs. So how you would get started is, in order to grow your TikTok account, you have to post consistently, and you have to establish a niche. So posting consistently would be 1 to 3 times a day. Now, I know a lot of people, including myself, have a hard time posting 3 times a day. So what I usually do is I create videos the day before, and then I'll post it the next day, or I'll record content and post it the next day, the following day. But the thing is, you have to record content. So even if you're at the store, you can record content, because those are called B-roll content, where you're able to fill in your videos. So it's not just one still image, because people are captivated more by moving images. Are any of you familiar with Coco Melon by any chance? No? Okay, so Coco Melon is a kid's cartoon. And what they do is the image is always moving. So if the kid is over here, you'll see him over here, but then like 2 seconds later, you'll see him over here, and it's to capture attention. So that's one thing that we do a lot in our marketing, is we change our slides each 1 to 2 seconds. You have to add value, just like we do in marketing. So you have to give a reason for somebody to stay on your video, whether you're doing something simple or doing something complex. You still have to make sure you're adding value. And then after you reach 1,000 followers, you can go live, and that helps you increase your audience, because as people watch your live, they also follow you. It's a pop-up that says follow live creator or something like that, and they usually click on it. So the real estate content that you could use, educational content, you can do what's going on in the real estate market, buying and selling tips, and home improvement, just to name a few. Property tours. So when you have a house that you're listing for sale, you can do a property tour and make it visually appealing and highlight the unique features of the home that you're selling. Your client testimonials. Whenever you're getting a video review, you can post that on your TikTok. It helps establish credibility. And then loan programs and down payment assistance. A lot of people like hearing about down payment assistance. So that would be one of the key things that I would suggest, that you post about, because even if they don't qualify for the down payment assistance, they're still going to be gravitated to you because you're providing them with that information.
Yes.
Be there like a local guide where you can share information about the local community that you service, schools, amenities, events, all of that can tie into real estate. Promote open houses, offer consultations. There's a way that you can add a link to where people are clicking on the link to either go to your website or wherever you designate it to go, and you can put that link in your bio. And then engage with your audience. And when you engage with your audience, you can reply to comments, preferably on video, because that's what generates more views. If you just reply to the comments like in text, you don't get a lot of engagement with that. And then when you do lives, I would recommend doing Q&A so that people can know that you're knowledgeable about what you're talking about. So video must-haves. You need a hook, something that stops the viewer from scrolling. When you're watching TikTok, pay attention to why you stop scrolling. So if you see a video and you actually stop and look at it, put in your mind, what is it that got you to stop and watch that video? That's what I do to get like ideas on how to do my ads. Body, you need information or visuals. And then a call to action where you would do tap link below for more info, or link in my bio, something to get them to click. And this here is just a sample video that I've done for one of the—
Before coffee, I need my extra 5 minutes of sleep and don't bother me. After coffee, I am a new person, social and ready to seize the day. Coffee is the best start to every day. And I know you can relate. That's why I choose Starbucks coffee daily. They have a variety of flavors, roast and coffee creamers to be enjoyed hot or cold, at home or on the go. No matter your morning routine, Starbucks coffee will get you going. So tap to wake up to your perfect cup of Starbucks coffee today.
So that's when I create ads, that's the kind of ads that I create. And I make them like this because, as you guys noticed, the screen kept moving. It didn't stay stuck on one spot for too long. That's what captures the audience attention. So there are different video styles that you can use. The most popular are adding text to a trending sound. So it would be something like this. And then another method that you could use, oh wait, hold on. Another method you could use is speaking to the audience. Can't hear this one.
Number one, don't neglect your phone calls and emails. I remember I was working with a buyer who was interested in putting in an offer on a property. But before they proceeded, they had a list of questions they wanted me to ask the listing agent. I tried to get in touch with this agent. He was impossible to get a hold of. He returned my call 1 week later. And by then, my client moved on and purchased another property.
So that's another method that you can use when you're actually speaking to the audience and providing them with the information. Another one would be a video with the voiceover.
Our top 3 tips for selling your home fast this year. Number 1 is stage your home. Make every room look as big and bright as possible, declutter and depersonalize so a potential buyer can picture themselves living there. Number 2 is research the prices of similar homes for sale in your area and neighborhood to make sure you're pricing your home competitively and leading the market. And number 3 is don't spend a ton of time and money on big renovations. There's a chance that you won't recoup the value from that, and your taste will definitely differ from the buyers. Focus on the small things like a fresh coat of paint, power washing, things like that. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or give us a follow for more tips.
And then the last most popular would be like doing a skit.
$100,000 triplex. I don't think you can afford this. You can definitely afford it. I have the down payment of 3.5% right here. And that's my point exactly. Everyone knows you need a minimum of 20% down, especially on a 3-family property. Hey, listen, go down the street. There's a couple condos for sale. I think they can be more your price range. Well, I'm using an FHA loan, which allows me to put down 3.5% as a down payment for a 1, 2, 3, or even a 4-family. There's no way you're going to be able to even afford this mortgage if you're scrapping everything together to just get to that 3.5%. Well, I have plenty of cash, but with the low down payment, I get a much better cash on cash return. In addition, with an FHA loan, I can use 75% of the projected rental incomes from the 2 units I'm not occupying to further help me qualify for this loan. What about the owner occupancy requirement? Just have to owner occupy for 12 months. I'll live in 1 unit, rent out the other 2. Well, you've got mortgage insurance for life. In 12 months, I'll be eligible to refinance into a conventional loan. And once I have 20% equity, we can drop the mortgage insurance. As a real estate investor myself, be sure to keep following for more real estate tips.
So that style is very popular because people like the back and forth interaction because again, it keeps the screen moving. The editing tools I use is CapCut. CapCut is free, but they do offer a pro version. And then also I use captions to add captions to the video, but CapCut also has that feature. It's just that with the captions, it kind of lets me customize it more, but that's $9.99 a month and $54.99 for the year. So how and when to post? So there's 2 ways to share. You can do a TikTok video or you can go live. And I would suggest adding the location so that the viewers know what areas that you service. I always use Atlanta. I never narrow it down to like Gwinnett or Lilburn because Atlanta is a big city. So whenever I post, I always tag Atlanta. The best time to post for my audience that I know of is in the mornings before work, during lunch breaks, and in the evenings after work. Kind of similar to how phone calls are, before work, after work, when they're available. And as you grow your following, the analytics provide you with trends. So if you feel like you're not going to remember the times to post, you can always use Buffer to schedule the post because it works with TikTok. And then you can also schedule live events. So if you know you're going to be going live Friday at 5 p.m., you can add that to your videos and people can actually sign up for your event.
Guys, if you know that you're going to go live at a certain time next week, you should be scheduling it because now this allows it to show up your profile like this. And then people can actually register to your event and chances are higher, more people are going to show up. Of course, I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's get to the tutorial. When you come to your profile, you're going to click the 3 lines in the top right corner, press settings and privacy. And now you're going to go to live events. And now you're going to be able to create an event at the bottom. Once you create this event, you're going to make an event name. So whatever describes your live as a whole, I'm just going to name this TikTok Bootcamp Q&A because that's relevant to right this moment. And then of course you can add a few emojis just to make it more fun here. You can always add emojis here just to make it more fun. And then after that, we're going to get to start time. So it has the dates on the left and the times on the right. So select the date first and then get to the time. Make sure you set AM or PM correctly. After that, you're going to set the duration of the live. I typically select around 30 minutes. I usually do go over, but I know 30 minutes is just a safe place. After that, you're going to add a description of what this live is going to be about. Press create. And now you can add this to your device calendar, which I always do to remind me. If I reload my profile, there's the event, and now you did it.
So those live events can also be added to the viewer's calendar as well. And the way you know when your followers are online is that TikTok provides you with a chart that shows you when they're online. So for my viewers, it looks like they're online a lot at 11 a.m. The peak would be like right after 7, 8. So that's when I try to post most of my videos. So how can TikTok work for real estate? You can do lead generation by directing the viewer to your site by putting your link in your bio, and then you can convert that lead to a client. I personally put a link tree in my bio just so that I can link more than one website on my TikTok bio. Go live. You can host Q&As and viewers will send you gifts that can be cashed out the same day. Offer services. So the part of the TikTok shop for sellers, you can offer services. So for example, you can offer a CMA for a fee so that you're able to charge for, a la carte services that real estate agents can provide. And then another way would be the series by doing the educational short videos and setting a price for your series. And then I heard Anthony mention that people are worried about the expertise and the followers not really viewing you. One thing I tell people is that there's an audience for everyone. I post weight loss stuff, and a bulk of my posts recently have been coffee recipes. And there's an audience for everyone because I generate so many views from that, followers, and it works for me. You just have to stay consistent, stick to your niche, and not switch it up as much. Don't vary too much from your niche because that's when it causes a little confusion with the algorithm. So as long as you stick to those things, then you should be able to grow your account quickly.
I do have a question on that topic. So I know a lot of times on social media, they say like, show your life, show yourself. I think that's true for like Facebook, Instagram. Is that going to be true for TikTok? Because that kind of gets away from like real estate.
Yes, that is true for TikTok as well. You can show your life, but don't vary too far away from real estate. So like let's say if you post 10 real estate videos, then you can add maybe 1 or 2 like life videos so that you're not really messing up with your niche or your algorithm. Like it took me a while to kind of reform my niche because my most viral video was of my son talking to his dad. So I had to like reconstruct the niche of my page so that it could be more focused on weight loss because that's the one video that I went viral with. But now I've come up on a lot of people's FYP that watches weight loss stuff.
So does it make sense to have multiple accounts for different topics? If you have real estate and you have weight loss, or do you recommend to keep them together?
I have 3 different TikToks. My biggest one is my weight loss journey. I also have one that I just started not too long ago where I share what it's like being mixed because I'm half Mexican and half Black. So I share like how my day-to-day is, just the fact that I can speak Spanish. So I speak more Spanish on that page just because it kind of goes with what I'm trying to do with it. So far, I've already gained like 700 followers on that page, and I only have maybe 12 videos. So it's forming to a niche. And you'll notice also that your For You page will have a lot of what you're posting. So that's another way you can get ideas, is by looking through your TikTok and seeing what else is on your For You page that's doing well.
First, congratulations, Melissa.
you.
On your For You page, is that built? Is that something that TikTok builds off of the things that you are looking at, or is it a separate page? Like when you go into Facebook, for example, and you just go in and you have your regular profile page, but then you have the page that maybe people see. I'm trying to understand the For You, how that gets developed.
So the For You page, it's the algorithm bases it off what you engage most with. So if you like, comment, or if you even not like or comment but watch the whole TikTok through, you'll notice that you'll start to see more of those TikToks, or those type of TikToks that you interact the most with. And there are ways that you can retrain that. So when I started doing ads, my For You page was all over the place. But now that I do ads, I engage a lot with the ads that come up on my For You page, so I can see more of what's working and incorporate it into what I do. So you can definitely train your algorithm. You just have to kind of skip over what you don't really want and watch more of what you want to watch, or what you want to learn, I guess I would say.
I have a question. Okay, so with your so you see how they have so many people asking to be your followers. Should you follow every single person that is asking for you to be a follower? To follow them? Follow, yeah.
Not necessarily. I think I follow like 8,000 people. The max is 10,000 that you can follow.
Oh.
So let's say if you were to get 1 million followers, you still wouldn't be able to follow more than 10,000. That would be the max. So you don't have to follow everyone. I usually try to follow people who capture my attention. If I watch more than one of your videos, then I'll follow you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you do now counsel, seeing that this has become an expert that you are in, do you do private consultations and stuff, or how do you do any of that kind of stuff?
I haven't, but if you have questions, I'll be more than happy to answer.
So I got a couple questions for you, because I know some people are sending me questions. So each niche that you have, you want to have a different TikTok page, right? So
yeah, that way you don't mess up the algorithm, because the algorithm gets confused when you try to put too many niches in one account.
okay. And then have you figured out what's the best video length to make the most money? Because some of them are, short. Some people 4 minutes, like, YouTube is different than TikTok. Have you figured that out?
So currently TikTok is testing that creativity program. That's why it's a beta. And they're really pushing videos that are a minute or longer. So what I try to do with my coffee videos is I try to make them at least 1 minute and 1 second, so they can be longer than a minute. And those get pushed more, and I'm able to earn money on those.
Yeah. Any other questions? This is good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I have another question. How do you keep up with like the latest things that TikTok or social medias are trying and what they're, wanting creators to do more of?
So with that, I attend those weekly meetings. But another way that we look for that is we also use a lot of ChatGPT. That is one of the key things that we use, and we just pull up like trending hooks on TikTok for September 2023, and then we run with what comes up. It's kind of like a test. You have to test everything out and work with what works for you, because not everybody can deliver a hook the same way. Some people deliver a hook and it doesn't get any views, and another person can deliver that same hook and get a whole bunch of views. So it really depends on your style, your personality, what works best for you. Like I've found that a lot of my income comes from me doing like credit repair ads. That's what generates a lot of my income is ads like that.
Good morning, Melissa. I have a quick question. First, thanks for sharing all this information. But do you have specific devices that you use, or are you using your iPhone or?
This is all I use.
Okay.
Is my iPhone.
Gotcha.
I do everything from my phone.
Yeah.
I edit on my phone, add captions, upload, track my earnings. This device right here, it's no longer oh, let me turn it on and let's go Uber. It's like my everyday thing. I cannot be without my phone.
Yeah.
Like you can edit on your laptop or on your computer, but it's so much more convenient to edit on your phone and just upload. It's quicker that way. So that varies between the ad. It really goes into views, retention, and clicks and conversions, and that's how I'm paid. So the same thing applies to your TikTok videos. When you start posting regularly, you're going to get analytics, and those analytics are going to tell you how long a person stayed on the video before they dropped off. They're going to tell you how many people are viewing, where they're viewing from, what percentage of your content, your followers is male, what percentage is female. It really breaks it down for you and tells you what video is trending. It gives you a lot of information. The only money I spend on TikTok is like my ring lights or certain props that I want to use to just capture people's attention. Like I've seen people buy, those like hats that have like the spinning airplane thing. I've seen people buy all kinds of crazy stuff to capture attention. And if that's the route that you want to go, like if you want to do more of like a comical thing, you can just make it informative at the same time.
So
TikTok does offer where you're able to promote your videos.
Yeah.
I don't use that feature. I use more hashtags, trending sounds, and things of that nature so that I can get more views, because I don't really pay for views.
All right, well, let's give Melissa a high five, virtual high five, y'all. Listen.
So engagement helps with views. So the more that people engage with your video, the more views you get. If you don't get engagement, then engagement would be likes, comments, or shares, something of that nature. When people do that, it sends the video out to more people so that you're getting more views. If nobody engages with your video, TikTok is going to look at it as it's not a video to be shared. So they're not going to really push it.
Okay.
So just think about this. The strategy is think about, if you want to do what Melissa's doing, right? If you want to start to monetize social media, and my team, we call it, my team we call it monetizing free. Just think about what you would eventually want to do. Like she has decided that she's going to review products, right? So what if you started building your follower up of about what your gift is? Maybe it might be real estate, it might be beauty, it might be travel. I don't know what it may be. And now you have enough viewers, 11,000, you went to 55,000. Now you can spin that into what you really wanted it to do, right? So now these 55,000 followers are now following you, and you're starting to review like a calculator, whatever it may be, right? You can review whatever you want. And because she has so many followers now, what happens is they're contacting her saying, hey, can you put my product in front of 55,000 people? That's what's happening. So she doesn't care what the product is. What she did was build up her audience first with her weight loss, with her son talking to his father, and then that started building up to so many followers, and now she's flipping it to what she's doing now. So it's like people say follow your passions, and I always tell people there's nothing on the planet that says follow your passions. You're supposed to honor your gift. So we all have a gift. How do we know what our gift is? What's easy for you, that's difficult for most people. That's your gift. Ken's gift is photography, video. He didn't want to help me get all this set up that y'all see behind me, right? He was like, yeah, can you buy this, that. I was like, click. I didn't ask him why. This is what he does. This is how he makes a living outside of doing loans. So all of us have a gift. So I would say first, start in your gift, get on TikTok doing a minute or long videos, talk about whatever you want to talk about, build your followers up, and then they're going to call you. They're going to send you a package in the mail because you have all your stuff set up appropriately for them to contact you. The problem Melissa's going to have now is, I got to shoot all these videos because all these packages are starting to show up to my house. Right, Melissa. Right, that's the problem.
That happened to me last month.
Right, like, oh God, I gotta shoot videos. So, just keep that in mind. Like, it's not, you don't start here. They're looking at the people who have X. She showed you the benchmarks. I'm going to send out the presentation. You guys are going to have it. She showed you the benchmarks of 1,000 followers, what you could do, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 or more. But she built her followers based on her weight loss journey because she lost an incredible amount of weight, right? And then her kids basically in a relationship with their dad. So then she pivoted to what you guys see now. Is that right, Melissa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
so yeah, don't just start reviewing products and that's not in your gift because people go, oh yeah, I've seen this girl named Melissa, she did that last week. Just get in your gifts because you guys got to remember the statistics on our poll here. Most 40% of the people have no clue. 60% of you guys have no clue what content to put out. You're not alone, right? You're not alone. There's 8 billion people on the planet, times that by 60%, right? You got 4.8 billion people that don't know what content to put out. So today, what this is designed for is to show you what's possible from somebody that's in our group, right? Here to serve. Show you how to do it. And now I'm about to show you guys a couple of things that you can do easily, especially since now you guys, the way you answer my poll. Is that good? And you guys can reach out to Melissa to Slack, call her, whatever you want to do, right? Because I know she has to record videos, right? All right. Hopefully, yes. You think I built this YouTube studio behind me not to record videos? We're getting paid over here. That's why we're doing it. So just imagine this, just curious for you guys. If you could market to people, like let's just say real estate, you could now market to people with horrible credit and make money. Did you know that? Because it doesn't require them to buy anything from you. You could just give them information on how to fix their credit repair, all these different things, down payments, all the clients you don't want. You could actually monetize them and get a monthly check based on sharing information to that group of people. I'm just saying, I remember years ago, 100% of them. So now imagine you could do what Melissa's talking about. You start to give tips to those people about what they needed to do to get prepared to purchase a home. And they're going to click on your videos all day and night. And they're going to follow you all day and night. Melissa's like, oh, that's a good idea. Look up.
And they save them. They save them.
Right.
And they go back and watch them again.
Exactly. So just keep that in mind. Like keep that in mind. Like everybody's on deck now to just, if you build a niche channel, how to buy a home. And yeah, I guess it could be Atlanta. How to buy a home in Atlanta? I mean, Atlanta's big enough, right? And people go click. Talking about credit repair, talking about loan programs, but then you have to figure out what's the end result that you want. All right, so keep that in mind. So let me share this with you because I know the demographics of our group here. The demographics of our group is a lot of people get stuck on how to do it. I'm not tech savvy. You know, I've heard it all. I've heard it all from you guys. And I just want to, it drives me crazy because I did this meeting in a certain order for a certain reason. I wanted to make sure you knew what was possible, and then I wanted to explain the how. So you don't know how to set up a TikTok page. This guy will go to Fiverr, $25. So you can have it set up by lunchtime. Okay, $25. Even though I know, Melissa's tech savvy, you could do it yourself. You probably could do it in 10 minutes. But those of you guys that tell yourself, I'm not a tech savvy person, go to Fiverr, type in, create a TikTok page, right? Create a TikTok page, right? Just type that in. And then it's going to take them 10 seconds. They'll set up the TikTok page for you. Okay? You guys got that? All right. Everybody has an opportunity to earn as much money as they want. Those that implement. The second piece is you guys said you didn't know how to come up with content. So I logged into my Chat GPT account when Melissa was going ham. And here's what I typed in. Let me make it a little bigger. Okay. This is $20 a month. I said, think like a home seller. Now you have to tell Chat GPT what to think like. You don't have to, but I have all these prompts. I have 1,000 prompts that I bought from some guy for $30. Think like a home seller. So now you got Chat GPT thinking like a home seller. What are the top 10 concerns homeowners have in a high mortgage interest rate environment? Let's see what Chat GPT says. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So within 10 seconds, you got, these are the top things that home sellers are thinking about when it comes to a high interest rate market, right? This is what I typed in. And this is what it gave me. So now you have to create a video about scared about higher monthly payments in a high interest rate in a 7%, 6.5% interest rate market. Y'all with me? I need to make sure y'all with me. I need to get off mute. Because I can't see you. All right, here we go. Over here. Boom. All right, cool. All right. I want to make sure I'm not talking to myself. You guys with me? Get off mute and say yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So let me help you.
Yes.
This is exactly what I do. So you have 10 topics here. These are 10 videos that you can make. So you say, well, yeah, Anthony, I see that the number one concern is higher mortgage payments. But what would I say in the video? Okay, here we go. Go back to the bottom and say, think like a social digital marketer. How about that? Digital marketer, and make me a we on TikTok video script on number one that is inspiring and informative to make a 3-minute video. Boom, it's about to give you the script. What did I, all right, so glitch here, let me see. Oh, there it is, all right. Oh, here it is. All right, so here it is. Gives you the script. Look what it says. It says, look, feeling the pinch of a higher mortgage payments, don't worry, I've got some tips to help you. You know, like it gives you the script, just so you know. You could just copy this script, right? You could copy this script. You could have an app on your phone. What's a good app on their phone, Melissa, if they wanted to have this script directly on their phone? I mean, I use Prompt Smart.
I believe CapCut has a teleprompter feature as well.
It does. So you could get CapCut for $54 a year or free, whichever version you want it. And you could literally paste these words into your phone like this. And as you're talking on your phone, the words are scrolling. All you got to do is read it. Just have good eye contact, like I have good eye contact with you right now. Okay. So you could have as much content as you could stomach with Chat GPT, right? So then you have then you created the video. Okay. If I'm you, and I don't know what your skill set is, but let's just say I don't want you to edit your videos. Right, forget about editing videos anymore, because you guys know we taught you how to use video, video.ai, right? Video.ai. You don't have to edit your videos anymore. You can just upload your videos into here, and it will just make multiple videos for you, right? It'll make multiple videos for you. You don't have to edit them. I spend hours editing my videos. Me and Juanita spend hours editing our videos, and now you don't have to edit your videos anymore. Like there's no reason to do it. No, this does everything for you. You can send an unedited video, and you can just, do what you need to do. All right. So now you have a source or if you are a perfectionist, which you don't have to be, you could just go here and pay somebody to edit your video to Fiverr. Be like $20, right? But video.ai, you could upload a regular video, 4-minute video. It'll make 4 clips for you and give you 4 different types of video. And you can post it directly to TikTok, Instagram, wherever you want, strictly from videoai.ai. Now, the third piece you need is buffer, right? Buffer. So buffer, I use it every single solitary day in my business. What is it for? It is to schedule your videos to go out on as often as you want them. And you see we have all the accounts, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everything. We have different TikToks for my speaking business, different TikToks for guaranteed home loans, TikToks for my real estate. We have all the different social media pages, and I know Remy is uploading 2 more. So right now, we have it going to 8 social media pages. Now I have multiple businesses, so I have multiple Facebook, Instagram, and TikToks for every business, right? So we have about 12 to 16 different channels that we need to post to, so we just bump this up to 16, right? And this will schedule all your videos. So if you go back to our poll, so now you can go back to our poll. Let me stop this. And I want to make sure that you guys can easily implement what we just talked about. Easily. All right, so you all said you wanted to make $10,000 a month income. 60% of you guys said you didn't know where to get the content from. I just showed you ChatGPT. Melissa says that's where she gets her content from as well, right? And then thirdly, you guys wanted a way to, you don't have, in your brain, you don't have the time to set it up, to send it out. So I gave you Buffer. It's a free version, guys. You can send it to 3 social media sites for free. You don't even have to pay for it. It's free. And then the 4th piece is, you guys say, well, if I shoot a video and it's all jacked up, I don't know how to edit a video. Okay, no problem. I know how to edit videos and I don't do it anymore. Video.ai, right? It's $30 a month. And you could send out 3, 5, 7, 10 videos a day, as much as you could create. You guys follow me on that? All right, so now you have every step in the puzzle. And it doesn't require you to be a tech person at all. It just requires you to go to ChatGPT, type in the right question, get the topics, get all the topics you need, right? This is for, what is this for? Okay, so you guys know I speak at school, so I go to school administrators. See what I typed in? 26 major concerns for high school and college administrators. And I make videos about these topics. That's what I do. And then I'm creating a TikTok channel right now just for school administrators. And all these 26 plus another 26 for teachers here is going to be on here. And now they're going to binge, which is another question I have for you, Melissa. They're going to binge on all these videos. And as they click, we go cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. And we also monetize it into what? Speaking engagements. Melissa, you heard them asking you about consultations, right? We turn it into a speaking engagement. We turn it into a webinar. We turn it into a seminar. We turn it into a course. We build 5 to 10 revenue streams around what you just did on one thing with TikTok, which is what I want to help you with, Melissa, right? You can build 10 things around what you're doing right now. And that's 10 revenue streams coming in versus just getting to the one. And I don't